Crafters, it's Cynthia again. I decided that I had so much fun doing the other rose background piece, which here's that little piece that I had to cut off. I had so much fun creating this that I am actually going to continue to play with this stamp and do another one. So this is from My Favorite Things. It's called the Roses All Over background stamp, and these are cling rubber stamps. And this one is still available at mftstamps.com. So if you love flowers and roses as much as I do, this background stamp would absolutely be a great addition to your inventory. So I kind of just came at this suddenly, so I have zero prep work done. I'm going to get my Versamark ink, and I have my little trimmed down piece of watercolor cardstock, and I use, it's actually paper, not cardstock, I use the Strathmore cold pressed watercolor paper, and I just got this at my local Fred Meyer's, and there's a textured side and a smoother side, and I think for this amount of detail I am going to use the smoother side so that I can get hopefully the clearest stamping possible. Sometimes when you're working on the textured side, it gets a little bumpy and you miss some of the finer lines. So I'm just going to ink this all up really nice with my Versamark pad. And the piece of paper that I have there is 4.5 by 6 inches. And of course I will trim that down, but I don't mind the size of it. And this stamp, I believe, is about 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Not quite 6 by 6. So, okay. So I'm going to lay this down, and then just with my fingertips I'll go ahead and press it. I still haven't found my brayer. Right. And I can just barely see in the light the stamping, so I know it worked out. This is a detail gold, and again I'm using a detail powder because of the fact that that stamp has such fine lines. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I love this stamp so much. It's just beautiful. So now I'm going to get out my little Epicurean cutting board that I like to use as a base when I do my watercolor. It just helps to keep the paper flat. Okay, so that is nice and secure. Gosh, that is, see how just lovely that is? Just the paper and the gold itself. I mean, that's beautiful right there. Okay, so this last one that I had done, I had done the black embossing powder, and I was using some really rich reds, and I used a purple as an accent. But this time around, I'm going to stick closer to the pinks. So let me go ahead and gather some colors, and then I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me, I have the sniffles today, so you may hear sniffling. I'll try not to, but it's hard. Okay, so I've come a little closer to the page, and the colors I picked out, I'm going to use number 026 light pink and 021 light carmine and 022 carmine red. So the other difference between the last video and this video is that this time I'm going to do a more controlled painting technique by using my aqua brush. And I honestly, unless it tells me, it's a Pentel aqua brush, and I picked it up at my local craft store. There's a lot of different aqua brushes, and it's all the same concept. You just unscrew it, fill the body with water, and then you've got your brush tip, and you can squeeze it to get more water. I like to have it be a little bit less, and so I tend to, if it gets too wet, I wipe it on a napkin that I keep to the side here. So anyway, I'm going to be, what I did last time is I just scribbled some color on, and I used my spritz bottle and just sprayed it down and let it do its thing. But this time it's going to be a little more controlled. So I'm going to start with my lightest color, and I'm going to color the edges of a petal. And I'm kind of focusing on the outside petals to start. Okay, so here it is, pretty much done with all the lightest pink. And now I'm going to go ahead, I already went ahead here and did a little bit of the medium. This one has a little bit of the medium and the dark, so you'll kind of get an idea of the look that I'm going for. So again, I'm just going to pick out the shadowed spots, if you will. And I'm not being as careful right now because I realized it's not going to make that much of a difference. And you just want to make sure you're not doing too large of an area at one time, because you don't want that marker ink to completely set in place. So you want to put some down in a smaller area and then start working it before you move on. It's tempting, of course, but I just don't think you'll get the same movement in your ink if you let it sit for a long time. I am back after this has now been finished and is completely dry, and just look at how lovely all of those pretty pinks are with that gold. Gosh, I just am so excited with the way this turned out. It's very, very pretty. So in keeping with the Valentine idea, I am going to turn this into a simple Valentine card. And what I'm going to use is a real simple sentiment, Happy Valentine's Day. Has a little heart dotting the I. And this is from Lawn Fawn's My Silly Valentine stamp set. And this is several years old now, but it's just the cutest little set. So that'll be my sentiment. And I have a strip of paper here. It's 3/4 of an inch by 3.5. And I'm going to stamp that sentiment and use the same detail gold embossing powder. And I'm going to try a little trick. My cat's in here, so you're going to hear him howling. I'm going to apologize in advance because he always does. So anyway, I'm going to real quick powder that with my anti-static bag to prepare it, and then I'm going to get the famous Versamark ink and go ahead and get this sentiment nice and inked up. I honestly am not sure if I've ever used this sentiment before. I mean, this exact stamp. I've used all the little characters from that set, the bunny and the pie and the pears and the banana and the apple. I love that apple. Anyway, but I don't think I've used this. So here we go. But like I said, it's nice now that I have my YouTube channel up and running. I really get to take advantage of all of my stamps and just get to play around with everything. All right. All right. See how sweet that is? I really like that, and I love the heart. That is so sweet. What a happy little font. All right, so that is good. And then, like I said, that's just going to sit on the card like that. But what I wanted to try is, I'm going to wing it. You guys get to be my experiment. But what I'm going to try to do is attempt to edge. Try that powder. Anyway, I want to attempt to edge this piece. Uh-oh, I've got the storm clouds have parted and sunlight is streaming across my desk. Anyway, I am just running my ink pad right along the edge, and I think I'm just going to do the top and bottom. But I just want to deposit a very little bit of that nice sticky ink all along the edge. And then what this is going to do is it's going to frame my strip in gold. I've most recently seen Christina Werner do this in some of her videos, and it's such a pretty little detail. But if you don't want to add another layer, you know, you don't want to add, you know, like a piece of gold metallic cardstock or something like that, then this is a way to get some extra gold easily. All right. And I'm just trying to, again, keep things relatively neat. I think that's going to look okay. All right. I should protect my ink pad. Anyway, okay, let me melt this. So here is this all done, and I think it turned out really sweet, and it's going to help it stand out against this background a little bit more. And since it's all the same gold, you get all that continuity. Now then, I have the same pale pink cardstock here, and this panel is, what was it, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and this is just going to sit on my card base and leave just a little reveal of white. So that's what that'll look like. But I'm going to quick treat this as well, just kind of along those edges. And then I'm going to do that same edging technique. But I'm going to do all 4 sides. Alright, and there's that piece edged in gold. I really, really like that look. It's very pretty. Alright, so let me try to salvage as much as I can. So, what did I say? This was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So, I'm going to trim down my rose panel to be, whoops, a 1/4 inch smaller than that. So let me just get the one edge trimmed. Okay, very, very cute. So these two are just going to get attached together. And see, that's cute because I can see that baby pink and then there's that little gold edge. So that's why I made that gold edge as thin as I could. And then made sure I cut my watercolor panel for a 1/4 inch reveal, so that I could see both the gold and the pink. Because like I said, otherwise it'd just be a waste of that pink. And then for stability and flatness, I'm going to go ahead and put a little extra tape in the center. Get this on. And then my card base, of course, is the A2 size, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 side folding card, and I'm using my favorite Nina Solar White 80 pound. So this again is just going to get attached flat. I need to order some more tape for my gun. I can buy it in the store. Jeez. Sorry. Squeaky. I can buy it in the store, but it's about $5 less if I buy it online. And then if I buy enough stuff, which you know I will, I get free shipping. Alright. I have to hurry because I have a plumber coming over to help us, and Need to get this done before he shows up. All right, cool. Very pretty. And then like I mentioned before, I'm going to pop up my little Valentine strip. I'm just going to use some foam squares because they're easy and they're the right size. And then I know this is a very, very simple card without a lot of embellishments and everything else, but that's the thing about painting a panel like that, is that, you know, I don't want to go to all the trouble of painting it and then cover it up. So my theory is that, you know, you want to display the painting that you did. So that's why I'm letting that be the star of the show. And there we go. A happy, simple Valentine's card. And yet, with that beautiful coloring and that gold, it is very, very elegant. So I'm very pleased with the way this turned out. I hope you enjoyed it. And it was just another way for you to use your brush markers. They're Zig Clean Color Real brush markers. So like I said, I've seen these for sale at my local craft warehouse. I know you can buy them on various websites. And you might really want to consider investing in one of these sets, because they're an awful lot of fun to use, and it just takes a tiny bit of time, and you can really come up with some lovely, lovely results. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having fun crafting wherever you are. And if you like this video, please click like. And if you want to become a subscriber, that would be great. I'm gearing up for my next giveaway. So I'm just getting together the item that I want to give. And pretty soon I'll be making that announcement. So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.